Welcome to MilSpouse Conversations. It is time for another episode of The Tea. And tonight, we are talking about PCSing with kids and pets. That's right. We're going to give you our tips, our tricks, our wisdom about PCSing with kids from infant to college age, as well as getting those pets to their next home. So go ahead, grab your tea, sit back, relax, and enjoy the conversation starters as we bring you the fabulous, amazing, sweet tea. Welcome to the Tea by MilSpouse Conversations. Let's meet the conversation starters. We have Sybil Jones, our Navy spouse and CEO. Up next, we have Grace Romo representing Marine spouses. And our very own, I got a resource for that, Miss Anna Brunner, our Navy spouse, and our veteran and Navy spouse, Miss Nye Cruz. And Air Force, Miss Lori Waddell, and our Army National Guard spouse, Miss Julie Provost. We want to give a special thanks to our sponsors, USAA and Make Me Awesome, for making this happen this year. And now, let's get ready to spill the tea. Come on, Lori.
That was a good intro. I love it.
Hey, girl. You know, trying to come up in the world.
You are killing it.
Oh, Air Force
is the best force.
Girl, it looks like it's just you and I tonight. I don't know where these other conversations started at.
I don't know. Maybe they're boring today, and they're like, or maybe they're not very good at PCSing. No, I bet Anna has a lot of tricks up her sleeve.
So I don't want a resource for that. So Lori, you was not on with us last week or a week before last, whenever the previous show was. Can you tell us how many PCS? Oh! Look who coming in the door. Look. But before we let her enter, Lori, tell us how many PCSs you have done, because we talked about that last time, but you wasn't here last time.
I know. I've done 3, but I mean, do you even count like going to your first duty station? Because if you do, that's 4. I don't know if you count that though.
I count it. Do you count it, Anna?
She's like, I don't know.
Do I count what?
Like your first move to your first station ever.
You skipped out.
Well,
that's a good question. Yeah, I mean, you count. Yes,
I count mine.
All right, 4.
Okay, look, we have viewers who said yes. Oh, they were
yes.
Like,
count your first one.
Yes. And it's a change and a move. Yes. So we counting it.
All right.
I don't care if if it's you leaving your mama's house, if it's you leaving your own house or leaving your college dorm, whatever. It's a move. Look, it's Grace. Hey, girl. Why does it say Facebook user?
I don't know.
Your name, Grace.
That's so funny.
Okay, so let's go ahead and start chatting because y'all know we'll get over here. Okay, so we all have children. We all have pets too.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about the hardest part of PCSing with kids for you, not for the kids. What has been the hardest part about PCSing with kids for you?
For me, it was the unpacking, to be honest. Everything else I felt like was okay. We managed it pretty well. But when it came to the new house and unpacking everything, they had been without their stuff for so long that it was pure chaos. And then they wanted to play in everything in all the boxes, put anything in any room. That was the hardest part for me. Now, I haven't gone overseas yet, so I don't know what that's like, but that was the hardest part.
For me, the hardest part was just getting everything packed. So complete opposite, right? Because when my kids were younger, now I do have teenagers for all our viewers. My kids are teenagers now, but when they were preschool age, I'm trying to get things ready. I know last show I said I'm a procrastinator, and I was, and I still am. So in my mad dash in those last 3 days before the Packers came and trying to declutter, toys that my kids hadn't played with the entire 2 years we were there, they suddenly wanted to play with them. Like, nah, we're giving it away, or it is going in the trash. All those little McDonald's toys, the little Happy Meal toys, we're not moving with those.
No.
They're going in the trash.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to come back and talk about that a little bit later. Look, y'all see, I still.
Yep, it's in there. It's a deep-rooted emotion.
It's still there. It's still there. I will say, let's see. We have a comment. This is Grace. Packing is the hardest part for me with littles because they want to unpack everything. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, I will say, since I now have teenagers, and let's read our PCS from DC to San Diego. We had a high school senior. Yes, we moved our child her senior year of high school. And I know a lot of times people choose to stay behind their senior year. But I was like, no, I am moving with my husband. I can be there. I am going with him. And I was also like, you ain't leaving me here by myself with these kids. Sure. But we did move her senior year, and we had 2 in high school. We had a freshman, or actually a sophomore and a high school senior. And the hardest part for me was just trying to ensure that they were going to be okay with their classes transferring in. And it took a lot of work on my part. And for my senior, she had to advocate for herself. But hey, it all paid off just fine. She is now a freshman in college, and she is doing well.
Nice.
So
yeah, I'm a little nervous about that part when it comes time for my kids to be that age. So I'm just going to lean on you, ask you all the questions. What's Julie got to say?
Yes, Julie.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Deciding to move or stay behind is such an individual decision. Yes. Yep. That point right there, what works for one family won't work for another. And hey, y'all, you know what? On that point, I'm going to go ahead and invite y'all to join us for the conversation on March 23rd, where you can come behind the scenes and talk with the conversation starters face to face and ask us any questions you have about PCSing. And look, I will tell you even more of why I made that decision and how we made it work for our child. Because actually, you know what, Lori? We about to pull our other rising senior, her senior year too. Yes.
There it goes.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Shh. She doesn't know it yet. No, she knows. Which that brings me to this question, Lori. How far in advance do you tell your children that you are PCSing?
As soon as my husband believes that it is definite. So we don't really wait for orders to be cut, because we all know that can happen a day before you go. But we tell them when he feels that it is necessary. So if it's months weeks. Usually we've had months to tell them. So, and we start prepping them. We start showing them the area that we're going, how exciting it's going to be, the drive we're going to take, because I am a ditty mover. So join for on March 23rd, and I'll give you all my secrets. I haven't broken anything. Okay. I just want to point that out.
What?
Yep. Never broke anything. But anyway, so we tell them as soon as we know, share with them the area, show them the housing, let them think that they're helping us pick out a school for them to attend, all that kind of stuff. We just make it a fun adventure, and that way they feel they also have ample time to say goodbye to their friends or do what they feel like they have to do to, close out that chapter.
Yes. And Lori, you gave us a tip for Tips Easy Tuesday.
Ooh, I like that.
Tipsies. Let me take a little sip for Tips Easy Tuesday. This is water. It's water. It's water.
Is it?
That I want to share here because it goes along with what you were saying about allowing them to feel part of it. And I find that this is very important as well. So let me flash it up there.
Okay.
See it?
So yep. Well, and to one of my points, like we always express that life is an adventure and you get to meet new people, you get to have new experiences, you get to learn new things, explore new areas, but the one thing that I see a lot of families do that I just really wish they would stop doing is complaining about their move to their kids or in front of their kids, because you've already ruined the trip for them. So they're going to have a miserable time. They're not going to be the chipper, positive people that you want them to be. Just deal with it. Like you have to help guide them through it. It's a big deal. The unknown.
I'll be like this.
Yeah. One of the biggest things I see is like, who cares if the next place does not have your favorite restaurant or a store that you like to shop at? Honestly, that's not the end of the world.
But wait a minute. I have to be able to get my shoes.
You can order that online.
I was just joking. I'm going to order my shoes online anyway.
Complain to your spouse, complain to your friends. Don't put that on the kids.
Yes, do not put that on the kids. Heck, come and complain to us.
Yes.
We have monthly social hours. They're virtual. So no matter where you are in the world, you can come behind the scenes and chat with us. And we are also doing bi-weekly check-ins, right? So again, it's virtual. Come in to our private tea bar and just, hey, Lori, were you a cheerleader back in the day?
No.
Okay, so I used to be a cheerleader. Go, 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do you appreciate?
That doesn't surprise me at all.
But one thing I remember at cheer camp one year, we had this thing called a rat pack. I was like, what the heck is it? And it was where we took 30 minutes and we all just vented and complained about, it was bad. We were just like things that we did not like about the squad, about the routine, whatever. So, hey, come vent with us.
Yes.
But we're also going to give you some good information and give you 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do you appreciate? You want me to do a toe touch? I'll do a toe touch.
Do it.
Yay! Sorry. Let me behave myself.
I like it.
Y'all, I was so sleepy before, but I am wide awake now.
Oh, it's a 2-hour show.
2 hours? What? Oh, snap. Hey, look, we love to talk.
Yeah.
Oh, look who's back.
Uh-oh.
Okay, look, I was about to go to commercial break, but just in case she disappears again, let's go ahead. Anna.
Change
Yes.
your internet provider.
My internet goal.
That's what you get for laughing at me all those weeks. So, Anna, what has been the hardest part of PCSing with your kids for you? I said with your kids. I mean, like that came out so wrong. Sorry. What's the hardest part of PCSing with kids for you? She's frozen again. Okay, let's go to the next question, Lori. How do your kids feel? Well, we talked about that. Well, no. What's the hardest part of PCSing for them, and how do you help them navigate?
I think it's saying goodbye to the people. So we just kind of let them know, like, we can call them at any time. We can come and see them. They can come and see us. And then, we let them pick out special gifts for the people that were near and dear to them that they were leaving. And so, like, this last one, it was really important for them to, like, have one of those, like, little Amazon things where you could, like, video chat people.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they could just call them at any time. They can walk up to it and say, call grandma, and then they could see them. So we let them do stuff like that, but definitely just saying goodbye to their friends and family that they are going to miss. So, and then we just keep those relationships going. Honestly, we talk to them all the time. We let the kids send messages if they want to send a card, if whatever. So we just show them that nobody, unless you want them to be out of your life, nobody is really out of your life if you put in the effort.
Exactly. And with technology these days, you can stay in touch no matter where you are in the world. As a matter of fact, let me do this real quick. Thank you to our corporate sponsors, USAA and Make Me Awesome, for helping us make this happen this year in 2023. Go to our website, MilSpouseConversations.com. Click on that sponsor tab and go learn more about our amazing, fabulous, convolicious sponsors. And you will have a chance to hear from our sponsors soon, as well as come behind the scenes and chat with them. So make sure you are paying attention. Don't be tardy to the party. But with technology, all of my kids have made friends at past duty stations, and they are still in touch with these friends to this day. As a matter of fact, my oldest, who is now a freshman in college, she is with one of her friends right now that she met they were in sixth grade. They met in sixth grade. They have remained in touch. This child is not a military child, but they have remained in touch. They have vacationed together with each other's, with our families. Jasmine with their family. Oops, I said her name.
Uh-oh.
But she's on the website. She was one of our junior conversation starters, and she's going to come back and do a show with us when she's not busy. But they are both now freshmen in college, and as a matter of fact, she is for spring break. She went to visit this young lady for spring break, but they have remained in touch from sixth grade to now freshman in college. The same for my middle daughter. She remains in touch with her horse friends that she has made throughout the years. And my youngest, who is a freshman in high school, she still talks to friends that she met. Actually, one of her friends that she still talks to, she met in preschool.
Oh, wow.
In Japan.
That's really cool.
And they are still in touch. So from the age of, they met when they were 3, and their birthdays are like just a couple of days apart. And their personalities are very similar. But they are still friends. The mom and I are still friends. But the amazing thing is that their friendship has grown beyond the moms and the dads. So
that's really cool.
Great. I think they talk a little more than the parents talk, which is beautiful.
Yeah. And that's a deep friendship, because when you can carry on your friendship over time and distance, that becomes like a deep relationship that you can keep for a long time.
Yes, and it is beautiful. It's just
Mhm.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, we're going to go to commercial break. We'll be right back in 30 seconds. Doesn't give you time to go to the bathroom, but
Watch out. I'll try.
okay. All right, we're back. So now let's look at two specific age groups. And then we also have to throw in our pets here in a minute. As long as my pet, my lovely dog, does not go in the house, because she is circling, but I don't know why she's circling. She need to get her butt somewhere and sit down.
Mhm.
But anywho, infants. Because there's a difference, to me anyway, PCSing with kids when they are school age and when they're babies. Do you have an experience with the little ones?
Not that little. I PCS with a 2-year-old as the youngest one. So that was a nightmare in and of itself, because he just screamed the whole drive because he hated being in the car and the sun was following him.
Wait a minute. The sun was.
He wanted to leave the sun wherever we were. So he just was like, I don't want it to come with us. And it was coming with us. So he screamed the whole drive. So I just kept feeding him lollipops. Just like, put that in there, stop it. Then he'd pass out. He'd wake up screaming. So I'd give him more candy. I probably went through like 3 bags of lollipops. I didn't care.
You were like, hey, you're quiet.
Yep.
Anna, come back. You need to come back on, or we need to do another. Look, we can do a word on the street about you PCSing when you pregnant.
Yeah, that's intense.
Yes. And I was about like Lori, so with the little ones. So I did PCS with them. She was about 1.5. I was like, okay. And we were in separate cars because we drove from Southern Georgia to DC. And so I think we played rock, paper, scissors to see who was going to have the car with the baby. I know. So bad, but we did. And I ended up with the baby. And it was just like, okay, you know what? We planned our stops along the way.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fine. Because my child liked to sleep. So
that's wonderful.
my
My daughter was perfect the whole drive. It was my son who was the nightmare. Ah! It looks like there's no glitch.
I think it was my Java. I had to reinstall Java.
Look, y'all, we are real. What you see is what you get. But no. So wait a minute. So if I had to do it today with PCSing with a baby, I would have my bag, especially if I was driving. Even flying, have your bag with food, snacks, treats, whatever, diapers, and any important paper. The same, like I look at it as the same as just PCSing in general.
Yeah.
Right? Have them, if they're toddlers, have them something to do in the car.
Yep.
And plan your stops. If it's a cross country move, just plan out your stops.
And can I just say one thing about planning your stops? If you can stay on a military base while PCSing so that your U-Haul doesn't get stolen, let's just all start doing that and making that the number one thing that we do. Because I've been seeing that a lot lately, and it's about to be PCS season again. So if you're traveling with your U-Haul, plan your routes where you spend the night on a military base if you can.
Yeah, that is stressful.
Like if you're in a different branch, you can go and stay on other branches' bases. I just didn't know if people knew that. Like, try to do that.
Well, but you know what? That's a very good point, because I have met people who are like, oh, I didn't know. They're not Navy. So they're like, oh, I didn't know I could stay on a Navy base.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or even go to the commissary on another branch base. That happened when I was in DC, Anna.
Yeah.
I met someone who, yeah. No, well, I knew I could go, but I did meet, it was another Navy spouse, and they did not know they could go.
Oh, okay.
With Belvoir. I was like, yeah, you have an ID. Just
yeah.
DOD, man. It's all the same. Just the name is different.
Yes. Except you Air Force folks, when we went to Columbus Air Force Base, it was funny when they looked at our ID.
They're like, what? No.
The guard, I guess I don't know Air Force rank, but he was like, no, this. So my husband's explaining.
I'm your friend. I'm a friendly. It's just another brand.
I could never figure out the Belvoir system because they had the thing where you scan it yourself, and I could never get it to work. So I'm like the one that's holding up the line to get on base because I couldn't get it to scan. So then the person would come out of their little gate thing anyway and scan it for me. I'm like, okay, thanks.
So it was you, Anna. Now I know why I was sitting at the gate for 45 minutes.
But since I was gone this whole thing, I had to PCS not only pregnant, but it's another time we had to PCS cross country with a handicapped dog. So he was like 80 pounds, I think. And he had no use of his back legs hardly. So he could not like jump in and out of the car or anything. And my husband had a truck. So every time we stopped somewhere, he would have to physically pick him up and get him out of these, and he was a scary looking dog. He was a big American bulldog, beautiful dog, but could not jump or use his back legs at all. So yeah, that was very interesting. And that's when we went to Yellowstone and saw that, and taking him through there was super interesting. But it can be done.
Did y'all carry him through Yellowstone?
He could walk, but it was just like he couldn't get in and out of things. He can't go up steps and whatever. He couldn't walk on wood floors without falling.
Oh, poor guy.
So, yeah.
Anna.
He didn't know. He didn't know any better. He would just look at me like, y'all are going to lift me out of this car, right? He was like all 80 pounds.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So tell us about PCS and pregnant.
So that was in the beginning, like towards one of the first, not the first one, but it was like maybe the third or fourth one. I don't know. And that was from Texas to Florida, back to where we are here in Florida. So it was a long drive, and we had to drive 2 different cars, and it was my first pregnancy. So, and then I was far enough along where, and that was before we had the cell. I don't know why, but my husband was like insistent that we get these walkie-talkie things. Yes. That could work like within a certain mileage. So we had these walkie-talkies trying to talk on in the car. I don't know why we did that. I guess the cell phones weren't an option. I don't remember, but
wait, because I'm sitting here thinking like, wait a minute, Anna. We're the same age, and I remember.
Right.
Yeah, but there are parts where you can drive through where there's no cell coverage.
That would have been, I think, 2007. I think was when that was. I don't know. I just went along with it. I was like, okay. I think he just wanted a reason to have walkie-talkies and say over out and all that stuff. So I'm like trying to figure out how to use the walkie-talkie while driving over, 10 in Louisiana, where that bridge is like so low to the to that lake. What is it? Lake, what is that in Louisiana? The famous You know where I-10 goes? Y'all don't know where I-10
No.
goes right over? Somebody in the comments will know what I'm talking about. Where's my Louisiana people at? I hate that bridge because it's forever and it's so low. If you feel like you're touching the water and like an alligator is going to come up and get you. But anyway, but I was pregnant there and we had to stay in our house that we were moving into with no furniture. So we had like a blow up mattress and I'm like, 6 months pregnant and uncomfortable and trying to find a new doctor. And it was just, but we made it. So
that's all that matters. You made it.
Yeah.
You made it. Now, Anna, you said something about pets, and we're going to come back to kids here in a minute as well. But let me go ahead and bring this up about pets. Any advice in preparing your pet for an Oconus PCS?
I would say use the base veterinarian would be my advice to prep.
Yes.
Because they know all the ins and outs.
Make sure that you start early.
Early, yeah.
Because you may have to quarantine your pet. 6 months. Going to Hawaii, I believe is it 3 months, 6 months in advance? I'm trying to think. And I went to Hawaii and took a dog, but I don't remember. But we had to quarantine. They have, actually right now, I am in the process of getting this one prepared. And I need to double check her microchip because there's the 10-digit microchip and the 14-digit microchip. Well, where we're going, which I am not telling you where we're going, not yet anyway. You have to wait until I get there. Lori's like, no, I don't. But I'm required to have a 14-digit microchip. So I need to find out if it's a 10-digit or 14-digit because we did get our little Joy manager from Humane Society. So she was microchipped, but I don't remember. So I need to find her records. Yes, y'all. I'm going to find her records. I'm not going to wait until 3 days before the movers come. This is important. I need to get on that now.
Yes.
But yeah, make sure, no shots. There's requirements to get your dogs and cats into a foreign country. All right? Make sure you have that together. And how many of you get the interstate vet approval when you PCS from state to state?
I never heard of that. I didn't do it. I just moved.
Well, let me tell you something. I have never done it myself either. But when we went to Hawaii, we were going from Pax River to Hawaii. So I took my dog into the vet at Pax River, and I was getting my dog cleared in Tennessee, getting the travel certificate in Tennessee, right? But my vet in Pax River was like, well, you do know, even just going to Tennessee, you need an interstate vet certificate. Something
I
about
never have heard of that.
Yeah. Because they were like, if you get pulled over, if the police pulls you over, they can ask you for that certificate. I had never heard of it.
Well, what if you're just traveling and not PCSing?
Yeah. Even traveling within state. Yeah. From state to state. Yeah. I have never done it. I've never gotten one.
I don't think anybody has ever done it.
But that was just a little tea for you. Just a little tea. All right. Now, to our next question. And guys, look, if you really want to really get into a conversation with us, you need to come to our virtual social time. If you go to our website, MilSpouseConversations.com, click on events, you can register. This PCS chat is going to be free, so go ahead, claim your seat now, and you get to talk, not just watch us, but get to talk with us. It is not streamed live, it is private. And we also are going to have an in-person event where?
Florida, Jacksonville. Oh, I get to say it. I get to say it. Duval.
And that is happening when?
April 1st.
And it is not
April Fools.
And that is free. And you're going to get conversation, donuts, and boba.
Ooh.
Yeah. So sign up.
Line up. Yes.
And it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Miss Anna's going to take you through rebounding after
any rebounding after.
I was letting you finish.
You're rebounding.
Yeah, rebounding after anything that life throws your way.
I
And
thought it was a basketball camp.
After PCSing.
Anything else. And just come out and have some conversation. You see, like what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
We like to have a good time. We like to have real conversation. We're not uptight. Mm-mm. We feeling.
We may look it, but we're not.
No, Lori may look it. Okay. Let me focus. Let me go back to this question. Okay. Let's talk about PCSing when your babies are college students. When you are PCSing with or without, because you're going to be leaving your baby. Y'all, I love PCSing. I do. I love it. This one is going to be a little hard because I'm going to leave my baby. I'm not going to be a couple of states away or across the country. I'm going to be in another country away from my baby. And she'll get me for this one because she asked me, well, what am I supposed to do? She said, you're really going to leave me? And I said, well, remember what you said to me? I'm grown. I said, so now you grown. Don't call me asking for no money. You better look at that clock and see what time it is before you call. All jokes. I'm like, you can call me anytime. I will wake up anytime to talk to you. But I don't have any advice on that right now. I don't, but I wanted to bring it up because don't tell anyone, y'all. I cried a little bit.
I bet. That sounds scary. But it'll be good because think about all the fun trips that she'll make to come visit you guys and all the memories that gets to hold, and it kind of will enhance maybe her college experience because while she was in college, she got to go to another country and see, what was there. But man, I don't know how you're going to do it. I'm probably going to cry with you. You'll probably cry on the plane or whatever, but she can come here. You can come to my house anytime you want. Mama Lori's here for you.
Look, y'all have some things in common. So. Look, y'all can have some good old conversations about money.
Yeah. You'll just have to write down your experience and then we'll share it, and that's going to be hard.
Yes. And that, right now, even just going through the process of approval, and I'll share that a little bit later with you guys. I'll actually probably just write a blog post about it or do a whole separate live, but what that process was like, right? Because, you have to do your overseas screening. And we did have her overseas screening done as well, and how we did that with her being away in college right now and getting all of that process done. Because at the end of the day, I mean, I won't say at the end of the day, she is a dependent, right? Your college child is still a dependent. So
Yeah.
do the entire process for them
Yep.
as well. Because what if that kid decides, okay,
Right.
I'm done with college? Well,
Yeah.
pack
Moving
them up.
in with you in Bahrain.
All right. So, any other tea to spill about PCSing with kids or pets? I think the most important thing with PCSing with kids, and I know we didn't really dig into, preparing them for the upcoming school year and what you need to do for all of that, but that's where you come in and chat with us at the conversation, and we will spill all that tea. But the most important thing I feel with PCSing with kids is what Lori said. Don't complain to them. Enjoy the moment. Just enjoy it. You don't have to tell them it's going to be great because you really don't know if it's going to be great, but don't complain about it.
Yeah.
And don't put your fears off on your child either with PCSing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it.
And can I tell a funny story? Do we have enough time for that?
Yeah, girl, look.
Okay.
We're going to talk for 2 hours.
Listen, I was in love with Trader Joe's, going to the Trader Joe's grocery store. So I was convinced that there was one here because I Googled it and it said Trader Joe's on the map. So I timed it out. My daughter was in school for this long. It was farther away than I anticipated, 45 minutes, whatever, I'm going. I drive 45 minutes. It's a Trader Joe's horse and fish feed store. Not a grocery store. Okay. So instead of being annoyed, which I was, because I was like, yes, I'm going to get me some frozen orange chicken. I'm going to get this rice that I love. I'm going to get my favorite cleaning spray, all the things. And instead of being pissed about it, I take my son into the store and we get something cowboy country and drive home. And now it's a fun memory every time we drive past it. I said, remember when you got me that tractor at that cool store? There it is.
Lori's like, yeah, I'm gonna go in here and get my favorite fish.
Oh.
I'm on a horse.
I didn't know Trader Joe's had a horse store.
They don't. It's just an
It's just the name of it.
store. Yeah. I think it's like a trading post, but it was like the guy's name was Joe. So Trader Joe's horse and fish feed.
Oh, see, look, I'm like, oh, it's like the store Trader Joe's, and then they have a horse.
No.
Oh,
it was a
see,
warehouse.
I got all excited. Like,
so you know what I mean? Like you're gonna get there and you're gonna find stuff that isn't what you thought.
Yeah.
Don't complain. Just make it a fun trip.
Yes. And give your kids time to find their way. They're going to find their way. They're going to find their friends. And I'm going to just say this because I see this a lot. And this is probably going to get me creamed, but I'm going to just say it. And this is for teens. Because again, I have 3 teenagers. And I know we want those teenagers to have friends, especially in high school, right? Middle school, because there is a difference of being a teenager in middle school, like 7th, 8th grade, and then in high school. And we're like, oh, I met this lady. She's great. Blah, 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 blah. We're friends. And she has a daughter or son, whatever. Your same age. They're a sophomore. They're a freshman. They're a junior. They're a senior. They do not want to be friends with, let them make their own friend. I promise you, they will find their own people.
Yeah.
They will.
Yeah.
I know that probably sounds really bad for me to say that out loud, but
you can't force it on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if they're having a hard time, like they're really having a hard time processing the move and they just don't want to go, show them some of the like the touristy stuff to do in the local area. Let them pick an activity, and in the first couple of weeks you get there, like, who cares if everything's not unpacked? Let them go experience something fun that they got to pick out, that they got to choose, and go and do it, and get them happy feels about the move if they're just naturally really upset about it.
Yeah.
Yes. And let them vent. They're gonna let you know how they feel. Because we got an earful when we let the kids know. Because as I said earlier, we have our oldest, we moved her senior year. We are moving our middle her senior year.
Hey, just tell them you're evening it all out. They all get the same experience.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, she asked for a party, and then her graduation gift, I was like, her father agreed. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh.
All right. But we are going to let her have a party before she leaves, because
Yeah.
she's not going to get to graduate with her class here.
Yeah.
And we thought we would be here for 3 years.
Yeah. Surprise.
And then we had other plans. Like, you know what? I'm like, cool, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And our youngest, she wanted to go back to Virginia. So she was a little upset about that, but she's coming around. We gave her space, let her vent.
Oh, yeah.
Just think, when the military life is over, when you guys retire, if you still have kids at home, or you guys don't have kids at home, and then it's like Christmas or Thanksgiving, and you guys it's a package. You guys get to talk about all the crazy adventures and all these things. Like, they get to talk about so much more than non-military kids.
Yeah. I always tell mine, because they were super upset the last move from leaving their friends. And I say, well, you wouldn't have met them had we not moved. So think about who we're going to meet in this upcoming move that you wouldn't have met otherwise. And now they have even more friends that they never would have met, that are like their best friends in the whole world.
Yeah. You're muted.
And then we get to circle back around and see the military families that we hadn't been with in a couple of years. So that's exciting for them too, to see them again and hang out.
Yeah, and you just they get to meet so many amazing people that they otherwise would not, and just the experience, those experiences in general.
Mm-hmm.
And which brings me to this. So April is the month of the military child. We will talk more about. Sorry, my dog is flipping out. I don't know what was going on at the door, but yes, probably it was either a package or DoorDash, because my youngest is home and she's always ordering DoorDash. But anywho, sorry, she's gonna have to find the equivalent to DoorDash when we move.
Yeah.
But anywho. So April is the month of the military child. So the entire month of April, we're going to be talking about military kids and just kids in general, raising children. Because hey, we are military family, we are spouses, but we are also individuals.
Mm-hmm.
And me raising kids, wait a minute, let me back up. Me being Sybil Jones surpasses so much more than me being a military spouse.
Yeah.
I am Sybil first. Then I am a wife. Then I am a mom. But I'm always Sybil. Always. But anywho, I'm rambling. But April is the month of the military child. So join us all month. We're going to be talking about things, military kids and just kids in general. And we're also going to do a giveaway for because we likes to eat. This is going to be a $25 gift card to DoorDash, and it is going to be for a military child, a teen. And let me tell you why I'm saying a teen, because I do feel like our military teens, just teens in general, but our military teens sometimes get a bad rap. They do. When like they just seem to be forgotten about. And you know, they're just teenagers trying to figure out life. And as we talked about, you know, with PCSing, they're really just trying to figure it out. So I want to give a teenager a little something. And it ain't much, but $25. You can order like 2 meals, you know, depending on where you order them from. If you like my child who will order herself some crab legs.
Don't tell my son, because he's always trying to get me to do DoorDash. I'm like, no, that's too expensive. We're not doing DoorDash.
My youngest, she babysits, dog sits, bird sits.
So she makes her own money. Nice.
She makes her own money.
Bird sits.
She will DoorDash herself some crab legs. I walked in one day.
You gotta get those fresh. I don't know. They probably.
I was like, girl. I walked in. I was like,
that's hilarious. Where'd she order them from? A restaurant or?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
That's awesome.
Like, hey, but anywho, so join us March 23rd. Go to the website. Let me put it up here real quick. Just go to the website. Where is it at? MilSpouseConversations.com. Where we at? Help me. Where is it at? I'm trying to find the banner. Okay. Just go. Okay, here we go. Just go to MilSpouseConversations.com. Click on the events tab. You will find the event for March. You will also find the event for April if you are in Jacksonville, Florida. Register. It's free. Make sure that you follow our Eventbrite page so you are notified immediately when our events are released. All right? Because they are amazing.
Amazing.
And come back here in April. Like and follow us on all social media platforms, because if you want to enter for your child, I'm trying to find. Sorry. If you want to enter your teen for the gift card in April, that's going to be shared on our social media page. Facebook. Oh, my other kid just like headed home. Sending me text messages. Like, don't bother me before 6:00. See, teenagers.
Yeah. Yep. I'm with you, Sybil. And I only have one so far.
Oh my goodness. All right. So yeah, check us out. Tell your friends about us. Tell your FRG about us. Tell everybody. MilSpouse Conversations, real and relatable conversations about life. Hey, yo. Where are you going to get this? You're not going to find this anywhere else. You're not. We're literally like, we're chilling, sipping tea, having some good old conversation. Rambling and all. But that, you know what? When you have a conversation, when you're having a real conversation with friends, co-workers, whatever, you just let it flow.
Yep. Exactly.
And some of us forget what we're talking about. So we just talk in circles. But it's all good. It's all good. We just want to have a conversation with you. Have a little bit of fun, a little laughter. We'll cry too. Y'all will probably see us cry. But I'm not going to cry. Suck it up. Suck it up. No. Oh my gosh. I got to say this real quick. Have y'all tried laughing yoga?
No.
I saw you posting that. I have not heard of that, but I have to look it up.
Okay. Try it with me. Okay. So we're just going to laugh. Just pretend like you're laughing. All right.
Oh,
So do you do stretches or is it just
No, you just laugh. You just laugh, and then it was like, very good, very good, yay!
I'm not doing that part.
Well, I was doing yoga before we got on here, but you can't do yoga at home if you have a dog, because then the dog is it's worse than what I could imagine goat yoga would be like. I've never done it, but it's worse, I think, with the dog because they just think it's playtime.
With what kind of yoga?
Goat yoga.
They stand on you and stuff.
Oh, goat yoga. I thought you said go yoga. I was like, what is
No,
goat yoga?
what is that? No,
I
goat. I haven't done
practice-
goat yoga yet, but
Well, you know what? We'll have to do some yoga. We'll have Make Me Awesome, our sponsors. Make Me Awesome, come on and give us some yoga moves. I didn't do laughing yoga with them, but they have. I love their yoga. I love their entire workouts.
Yeah. We did some yoga with them, I think, on our live when they were on with us. We did some chair yoga. It was good.
Yes. And I need to actually look, guys, y'all need to check that out because they gave us some moves you can do while you're PCSing, right? Like you're in a hotel, traveling. So
nice.
Check out that recording on our YouTube channel.
Thanks,
all right.
guys.
Look, we gone for real this time because we'll start talking about something else.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.
Wait